Hello, today I'm talking about the shift, I'm talking about numerology, and I'm talking about karma. We start with the shift. The shift here, I mean basically the shift that the planet is undergoing right now from ascending to the fifth dimension planet. And this shift is not going to be a bad thing. It's not something that is always bad, because a shift can bring you new solutions. It can make you realize things you never knew were possible before. And this shift will bring us a new era of benevolence. A shift, as we know it, is, you escaping an old energy that didn't work anymore and moving to an energy that is filled with benevolence, clairvoyance, is filled with higher consciousness, higher energy, and so forth. And not all of you or everybody will experience these changes all at the same time. For some people, it's already occurred, but for some people, this change is still going to occur. And the ancients also predicted this change that the Earth is facing at the moment, this change in energies of higher vibration. Basically, the Mayans, foretold this, and it was by the ancients, foretold this, that it was going to happen in 2012, and it did happen. The Mayan long count calendar, the completion of 26,000 years cycle, and the beginning of a new cycle. So we are now facing the beginning of a new cycle. And this beginning of a new cycle, we are at the end of a 26,000 year cycle, starting thus a new cycle. And we are now in the area of a nanosecond. That is the speeding up of these energies. That's the nanosecond. And it's going to end around 2030, as is predicted. So we are in the middle of the shift of energies, helping us to position ourselves for ascension to this with this fifth dimension energies. And the spiritual beings on the planet right now, or the spiritual people who are leaning towards spirituality a little bit, are those keepers of wisdom, of consciousness, great consciousness, wiseness. That is the people. They are the people who are leading this change. They are the people who are helping others who are less awakened, who are having difficulty awakening, to awaken first. So the spiritual beings who are much more interested in things about spirituality, as I can say, are those that are helping with the recalibration of the earth. And this recalibration is being seen in our relationships. It's all happening within our business circles, our vocations, what you like and what you don't like. It's all being witnessed. All what we are facing is due to the shift of these energies. And nothing will escape this change. The things that you hold most dear may be altered, or they may alter themselves. That is how the things are. That's how things are perceived to happen. And the shift is not always a bad thing. This shift is bringing a lot of new things to humanity. We are being faced with revelations every day of pedophilia, government not functioning properly, governments lying, politics as we knew it wasn't what we thought it was. It's all lots of lies. It's all being revealed. Those revelations is because of this change of energies. That's what we are facing now. This shift I'm talking about right now lets you ask questions. You never thought, perhaps, you will ask, because a lot of people are beginning to become more compassionate. By being more compassionate, you asking yourself now questions on everything, about everything around you. You are asking questions. You are discovering things. Why we are now seeing things we never thought before were possible to see. And this is also evident in the war in Ambazonia. What is happening to the French side of Cameroon, where they are unable to take any decision, they are unable to do anything constructive. This is because they were immersed in a dark energy, and all what they knew was this dark energy. And because it's the cabal, they don't know how to get out of this dark energy. That is what is happening, and they will not get out of it, because the only options they are having are implosion or running away. But the benevolent forces, the good forces, are not going to allow them to take any decisions, because they are the darkness, they are the dark forces. That's what is happening. And also, in French-speaking African countries, we are noticing an awakening of the French peoples on the nature of governance, on the nature of colonialism, what really happened. There are now things that are being revealed that are letting the youth, the French youth of Africa, to ask themselves questions about what really happened during the time of colonialism, the colonial period. So it's all part of the awakening. This awakening also will lead some people to have some high or low emotions, and there will also be people who are going to have, a lot of truths reveal themselves, ideas, benevolence, where there was none before. They will awaken to truth and compassion. The people who are going to survive this transition are going to be those who are more compassionate, those who view life in a balanced way, a balanced people, a balanced mind, and the future is also filled with things that we never expected before that are going to happen. Wisdom, the change in polarities, the change in the way we do things. The future may be filled with things we never saw before. In benevolent ways, in good ways, we will be seeing things. But the more spiritual you are, the more awakened you try to be, the more balanced you are, the more you see things differently. You try to look at the opposite side of things, not always siding with the government or with the people, with the public opinion or whatever. The more you always try to look at the other side of things and ask yourself questions, ask yourself whether this is true, go deeper within yourself, seek for your intuition, which is, I might remind everybody, getting more highly tuned at the moment, meaning our intuition, you could be like a compass, an internal compass now to guide you to do things. And it's very basic things like, is this food good to eat? You will get the intuitive feeling. It will come up and will tell you yes or no. Should I go here? Should I go there? Should I walk along this path? What should I do? Can I travel on this date? All is being supported by intuitive feelings right now. But with your intuition, you could be able to use it as a compass to guide you with a lot of things. So that is where this earth is moving right now. And that is where what we have to do in order to as spiritual beings, ascend with the earth, with the change of energies, is to be balanced, to be part of the world. You don't have to participate in things that are intuitively not correct. Integrity should be the key. Balance love, compassion should be the guiding, your guides to this new energy. Now let's move to numerology. Numerology is also very interesting. It is basically just the study of the energy of numbers. It means no matter how big the number is, if you add it, you will get single digits 1 to 9. And each of these single digits represents an energy. It's just an energy. And in the exception of the master numbers, which are 11, 22, and 33, if each number, when you calculate, they give you the energy equivalent to that particular number. And you can summarize it with your year of birth, with the years, predict what's going to happen in countries, what's going to happen here and there, just with these numbers. For example, I give just a random example. 2016 will give you energy number 9. That is 2, 1, and 6. It gives you 9. So you look at the energy. You look at the energy associated with 9, and then you will see what it is. 2017 will give you 10. You always toast out the 0. We don't count the 0, so it gives you a 1. So you look at the energy associated with 1. 2019, the same. Will give you a 12. 12, 1 and 2 will give you 3. You look at the energy associated with 3. 2018, the same thing. Will give you an 11, and then you add 1 and 1, will give you a 2. So 2018's energy is 2. Look at the energy that's associated with 2. 2021 is quite interesting. It gives you an energy of 5. And this energy is an energy of freedom. It's an energy of celebration. It's an energy of social, much more social life that is coming up. Celebration, freedom. And that is what I see that is a lot more interesting with this war that is going on right now in Ambazonia. So my predictions is that in 2021 we should be free based on this energy of numbers. And we should be also noticing, we will have to notice also that this 2021 is the year of liberation. Number 5, energy 5 gives you it's a liberating number. So I will suggest that anybody who is listening to this podcast should also have a look at the energy of numbers and could make his or her own mind on what I'm saying. It's very easy, but I would think I will do another podcast to explain exactly each number, what it represents and what it is. But it was just a summary that we could also look at the numbers. Each numbers from 1 to 10 represent a particular energy, and that we could also use it. The next thing I want to talk about is karma. Karma, as we know it, is the energy of unfinished business, or you can put it like that way. It's a law of sowing and reaping. And it is stored in your Akashic records or in your DNA. It's also in the clouds. It means the karma would be like, for example, if you hurt somebody, you rob somebody in this lifetime, something else is going to happen to you in the same lifetime or in the next lifetime. It also means if you do anything to somebody, you will get something back. It might not be the same thing that you did, but something else would happen to you. It could be a disease. It could be anything. And this is very important because it's a balancing act. It balances the scale of good and bad and all those kind of things. So that is how karma works. It's on one lifetime or it's another lifetime, something else would happen to you. Not exactly what you did, but something else could also happen to you. And this is being downloaded from your Akashic records that are in the clouds. They will, when the stars align in a specific way, they beam down those energies to you, and that karma will happen to you at that particular time. So it is quite important for us at this moment in time to drop karma. It's very important. To drop karma is easy. You use the law of grace, mercy, compassion. These are the things you can do. You will drop karma easily. You can also drop karma through affirmations. Just like I am done with the energies of the past karma, I move forward. I'm done with the energies of the past karma, I move forward. You say that every day. Talk directly to your cells, talk directly to your body. It should be able to help. Thanks for listening.